Welcome back to the first Conversations with Asiya for 2020, where we strive to empower women and the girls that they raise. I am your host, Asiya Nasir, and I am here with our special guests, Khadijah and Khalilah Ismael. They are the co-founders of their nonprofit organization, Women of Wellness of New Jersey. Welcome, Khadijah and Khalilah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming today. I am so excited to have you here. To ask you some really, great questions and educate the audience that are going to be listening about your wonderful organization called Women of Wellness of New Jersey. So tell the audience a little bit about yourselves and your organization.
Well, I am Dr. Khadijah Ismael, founder and president of Women of Wellness of New Jersey.
I am Khalilah Ismael, a women's health nurse practitioner and Lieutenant Vice President of Women of Wellness of New Jersey.
Yes, and I am a dentist.
Okay. And I'm sure, running a nonprofit organization, it takes a lot of hands. So is it just you two that are running the organization, or do you have others that are assisting you in, doing the great work that you're doing?
Yes, of course. We couldn't run without our fantastic board. We have an amazing board, and without them, nothing happens and nothing works, and we are very proud. We love our board. We're very proud of them. We have our Vice President, Jatasha Sharif, our Secretary,
Tiffany Harris.
Yes, and our Treasurer, Samira.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And I've met them, so
Yes.
you have a great team.
Our team rocks.
Yes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So tell us a little bit about Women of Wellness of New Jersey. What is that? Because now it makes sense. I'm hearing nurse practitioner, dentist. So I'm like, Women of Wellness. I'm like, that makes sense. So what is the premise of Women of Wellness of New Jersey?
Yes, so our mission is to empower youth, families, and the community through education, advocacy, and community alliance. Basically, the organization was created on the premise of building something that we didn't have growing up and being the change in the world that we would love to see. So Women of Wellness of New Jersey is the home of the Miss Glitz, Glamour, and Brains USA and STEM Pageant, the first revolutionary changing of pageantry, competing in the beauty of the mind.
I like that. You
It's
said
the
beauty
first
of the
and
mind.
only.
It's the first and only. So
Yes.
yours is a little. So you mentioned. I want to get. You brought it up. So let's get right into it. So Women of Wellness of New Jersey is, as you said, you wanted to create something that you didn't have growing up. What was it that you didn't have growing up that Women of Wellness of New Jersey is bringing to the table for the young girls in the community?
Yes, so I am the first doctor in my family. I'm actually the first bachelor degree
Graduate.
graduate
Wow.
in my family. So I had to blaze my own trail. Since then, Khalilah will be working on her doctorate degree. She will be the second doctor in our family, doctor of
Wow.
nursing, inshallah, God willing. So it's been a journey, a real journey, of course, an adventurous one. But I had to do it finding my own way.
Right.
I didn't have doctors, nurses in my family that I could go to be mentored by.
Right.
Yes, and also me, myself, I actually joined as well because I have the same path as Khadijah, my sister. And I wanted to be that support and that mentor for that young girl that also wants to pursue her dreams.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I know when I was growing up, we always, what do you want to be when you grow up? And we had people that came in for career day and things
Yes.
like that. And it was always just, when you graduate high school, try to do the best you can in school to get the best grades and get into college. But it really wasn't like a path of what does nursing include, or, what does it feel like to actually take certain courses and, things like that. So, having a mentor, I think, is so important because I can imagine, that taking all of those courses and it has to do with math and things like that, for some it may be really difficult. So some may feel like, I just want to give up, maybe I shouldn't do this, being I'm the only one, maybe I should just try something else. And so having a mentor, I think, is great because in those moments, you are the aunties and the moms, the second moms that they can call and be able to say, look, I've been there, done that, right?
Yes,
So,
they may actually have those people in their lives, but those people in their lives may not have the resources for them. So just like me, myself, I had people in my life, Even though
Right.
I had my mom, I had my grandmother, I had aunties, but as Khadijah said, I had people in my life who I met and
Right.
saw something in me. And I was 18 years old, and someone who I met, she said, you know, you don't see young girls like you that know what they want
Right.
and are so goal driven. And someone, this is her speaking, she says, someone helped me get where I needed to be, so I'm going to help you. So that's what I want to do as well.
So that's the premise, that's the
Yes.
mission of Women of Wellness, is to kind of make that path easier for the girls coming, you know, after you.
Absolutely.
That want to get into, you know, either the medical profession. And this is something that I want to ask, because this has been kind of like revolutionary. All of a sudden you hear STEM this, STEM that, everything is STEM. They're actually creating even schools that's like STEM academies and STEM programs, after school programs. And I literally was like, what does STEM mean? So for those that are listening, what does STEM actually stand for? And then I want to ask you another great question, because you mentioned it, and I want to make sure everyone caught that. So what does STEM stand for?
So STEM is for science, technology, engineering, and math.
All the subjects I wasn't good at.
But STEM is the way of the present and the way of the future.
Wow.
Presently, robotics, the first implant in dentistry, the first implants have already been placed using robotics. So robots have placed these implants, and medicine and dentistry in many professions in the next 20 years
Are
gonna-
changing.
Yes.
So anything that has to do with science, anything that has to do with technology, which is almost everything now.
Yes.
What was engineering and math. So all of this is affected by that, which pretty much encompasses almost everything that we do as far as
Yes.
professions. Wow.
Yes, they're actually currently right now they also have robotics that perform myomectomies
So what is myomectomy for those that are not familiar with that procedure?
to remove fibroids.
Wow.
So it's kind of like, I would compare it to maybe like a game in a way, where they have a screen, the physician, the doctor has a screen that they're looking at, and there are like 2 small incisions that they, well, I'll just say one for right now, wherever the myomect or fibroid may be, and they actually are guided with the camera, and they can see what needs to be done.
Wow. So without scarring, so they can
Tiny,
actually very
very
tiny. So they
home.
can actually do that. And they're looking to have robotics actually do these
No, they
procedures.
do that now.
So
currently.
they do it now.
Yes.
Wow.
Perform, yes, and yes.
So this is what's happening now.
Yes.
So when you said it is the way of the future in the next
This
20
is
years, it's
now.
going to be different. Yeah, this is like news to me.
And in the future, there are talks of when you go for your annual, you don't even have to go anymore. Where they want to maybe send you a pill, you take a pill as a camera, it's going to print out
Everything that needs
that
to
you need.
be done and
There's
what's
talks
working.
of that.
Wow.
And currently now, for those steps, they have something called telemed, and they may call it different names, but you don't even have to go to the doctor sometimes. Sometimes it's just the beginning phases. You can just call up and say, give them your symptoms. Sometimes they may do it by Skype. There are many different ways that they're doing this.
technology.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. And you talk to them, they assess you, diagnose you, give you a prescription.
And I think this is great though, because you have elderly people that may not have transportation to get to and from the doctors. You may have a woman who has young children, may not be able to leave the home. So this makes it wow. This is really
Yes.
amazing how STEM
Even
is
texting.
impacting.
Texting.
In
Wow.
the future, STEM in the future, we promote as well innovation, inventions. So, right, the girls, our students, our young leaders, getting them to think about what's needed and how in any field you can invent.
So it's very forward thinking is
Yes.
what Women of Wellness of New Jersey is really helping the girls through the STEM program that you have, is really helping the girls to have more of that forward thinking and creative thinking. How do
Yes.
you see a problem? How do we fix this problem? So you mentioned something, and I don't want anyone that's listening to miss this. And you said you are the first, Women of Wellness also has a portion of the organization that is called the
So it's the home of the Miss Glitz, Glamour, and Brains USA in STEM pageant.
So you made a really great point, and just as you were talking, I was, it made me think about something. You said that the girls are going to be participating in taking different samples of different chemicals and then finding the unknown. So we know that they do that in the medical profession, and you mentioned that you don't have to be in the medical profession or want to be in the medical profession to participate in this STEM pageant. So when we're talking about chemicals, couldn't someone who wanted to be a cosmetologist even or something like that, because you're dealing with chemicals with hair, somebody can actually do that and apply that into even cosmetology?
Yes, and that's exactly part of the reason why we started Miss Glitz Glamour and Rings USA in STEM. A lot of our youth, they want to get involved in a lot of things such as cosmetology and
creating their own hairlines and
exactly.
Yeah, they want to be their boss.
They don't even know that STEM is involved with that. That's part of the reason why.
So educating is so important.
That's part of the reason why Ralph Lauren, they said we can do a combination of fashion and STEM.
Yes,
this is wonderful.
Fashion and STEM. Last year we did a fashion and STEM component in which we learned fashion through STEM. The girls, through science, technology, engineering, and math, put together a presentation on how the fashion industry uses STEM. Right. And they talked about many different things, but one of them discussed the leather and the preparation of leather and the science and the components making leather. And one person talked about the innovation of making a new material that will be sweat-free. And right.
Oh my gosh, so I mean, STEM really just kind of encompasses almost everything. So getting a young girl involved now at such an early age, that entrepreneurial spirit can really start to, look more real for our young girls and their ideas and their creativity. It actually encourages them that if you're thinking outside the box, there's probably a space for you somewhere in STEM.
Last year in our competition, there were two of the contestants. One did hip hop in STEM, the other one did singing in STEM, and how singing using STEM, the science of singing with the hormones and endorphins and
oh my gosh, this is like, this is beyond what
the technology of singing with the mic, in the hearing aids. You would need to use those things to be able to hear and to sing. And same thing with engineering and math, to use the notes, the musical notes. They put it together. It was beautiful.
You know what I was thinking? Back in the day when we was growing up, nerds was looked at like, oh, what? Now nerding is hot.
Yes,
it's hot.
Exactly. Beauty and brain.
To create a sisterhood, a sisterhood of STEM where the girls look at each other as teammates, fun and camaraderie, and not as competitors. Because when they grow up and become women, become adults, they're going to be using each other as a team to invent together.
Exactly. That is, I love this vision and this mission that you have with STEM, and I think so many people, including myself, didn't really understand how deep this actually goes. Khalilah, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I was going to say actually, last year our Miss Glitz Glamour Rings USA in STEM, she actually created a device to sit in the arteries, and that's what she won with to regulate the blood pressure. And our little miss, she won with, created an app. It's a game app, Decisions, to help her peers with decisions, because her thing was, you don't go to your parents for everything.
Right. So how do you make healthy choices and make
decisions?
And
at least
you
can make the wrong decision in the game, and it can tell you the right decision.
Yes.
Now, not only did we go there,
is amazing.
I took them to Kidpreneur, which kids who have their own business, or if they want to create their own business just to have an idea, it's a Kidpreneur, which was the expo of all kids with their businesses.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is really, I think this is so inspirational and motivational. And I think it's more than anything, I love the word motivation, because motivation, you need that to keep going. But what I'm hearing is more transformational.
Yes,
that's what I'm hearing with this. And that's my whole, when you were talking about empowerment is when you can actually transform the mind and make it more real and make them feel like, yes, I'm a part of, this transformation. So I want the audience, as we're wrapping up, I want them to, where can someone find you, if they want to get a hold of you, if they have a daughter, a niece, a granddaughter, someone in their family, a younger sister that is interested and they have these ideas that maybe they've said every now and then, but they didn't have a place, like we were talking about earlier, didn't have a place for that, how can they get a hold of you? And please mention the February 1st event to kick off if they want to participate in the pageant. How can they get a hold of you and find out more for those in their families?
They can reach us by emailing us at wowofnj@gmail.com directly, or they can visit our website at www.wowofnj.org. Our big kickoff is February 1st. So
That is
if you're
coming up. That's
interested,
only
if
in
you
like
wanna-
3 weeks.
Yes, if you're interested, come by. There will be food there. You can ask your questions. We have applications. And after that, we are going to be meeting every Saturday. The pageant, it's truly not your average
So the
pageant.
kickoff, is it just for the young girls or is it for their parents, their
Yes, the
grandparents?
parents,
So it's
everyone come, ask your questions. Parents, sign the application. Everything.
And then you basically get the itinerary of what, so how long is the preparation for the pageant and when is the pageant?
10 weeks, and the pageant is going to be April 4th. Now, you do not have to you don't have to live in New Jersey for this.
Great. I'm glad you said that.
It's open to all. It's open to all. We will provide the necessary support. We provide pageant coaches to help the girls with their projects. And again, as we mentioned, some of the things that we do, that we're going to offer, that they can possibly do their science project on, which is worth 50% of the score. We're actually also, for those who would like, we're going to be dissecting sheep hearts and brains.
Wow. So
If
they
would
actually
like.
are, this is very
Yes,
hands-on.
Yes. My goal this year was to expose them to different things that they can do and then let them pick. So there will also be crime scene investigation if they would like.
Wow, because I know growing up, that's something that I would have probably got involved with because my father was a private investigator in the criminal division. So that was something, and my mom, and always watching criminal shows, and I used to go with my dad on some of his, routes to, get to find out information, and that always intrigued me. So that would have been something that, as a young girl, so I'm sure there are young girls that are interested in that. Wow. So this is going to be an option for anyone who has an idea in technology, in science, in engineering, or anything, or math. This is an opportunity for them to come and learn and actually pitch, ideas that they have, create, or just to see if this is really what they want to do and actually get hands-on experience with their interests.
Yes, and also every girl, as long as they meet the requirements, they leave with a crown and a sash. Miss Phenomenal.
Wow.
That's a non-competitive category. You just meet the requirements. Even though there can only be one Miss Glitz Glamour Range USA in STEM, one winner from each division, all girls leave with a crown and a sash.
That is
so they
wonderful.
all become queen ambassadors. Because we also work with the girls on public speaking. STEM is majority of it, but we also work with them to be a well-rounded youth leader. So we work with them with public speaking. You're going to also come in and talk to them with interviewing skills.
Yeah, interviewing skills,
resume,
dress for success.
branding,
Yeah.
dress for success. I'm actually...
So these are life skills
Yes.
that these girls are going to be learning. So no matter what profession they get into, these are life skills that they can take with them.
And to top it off, we also have Miss Belize, who we're working with. And
Wow.
Yes, so they also are going to be learning pageant etiquettes, how to walk,
Yes.
how to speak,
How to sit
how to sit
during the interview.
during the interview.
This
Interview
is-
process.
Yes.
This is actually wonderful. I am so happy that,
So it's truly not your average
pageant. Right.
And we provide the science coaches. In most pageants, you sign up for a pageant and you just give what you got, and you have to go and spend more money for a pageant coach. Well, everything is included.
Yes,
Everything.
And that's something I want to bring up too, courtesy, and we thank New Jersey Office of Faith-Based Initiative, who have given us out a grant to support our STEM initiative, and so we hire STEM coaches to coach
actually
the
be able
girls,
to-
to provide them those services. And we also would like to thank the City of Newark as well, who has
Right.
been a great
Supporter.
supporter from day one. They've supported us in every way to help get this.
I mean,
Get
you
this
know, the
going.
more you learn about it, it's like, how do you not want to support this, you know? So I just think it's great.
We also have optionals in the pageant, and one of them is Miss Intellectual. Whoever has the highest GPA, they will be crowned on top of Miss Phenomenal. They will be crowned Miss Intellectual, and they will also be awarded the Amina Baraka Scholarship, which is named after Mayor Raz
Baraka's
Baraka's
sister.
mom.
Oh, his mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Amina Baraka.
Wow.
We were able to give one scholarship to a nursing student in the organization.
Yes, from the Northern New Jersey Black Nurses Association.
Wow. So,
Yes.
oh yeah, that I remember.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's the word is really getting around, and
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. I think anyone who hears about this program, seeing where you know, STEM is going, where it is now already, I think it's like, how can you not support something like this? And it's the future of our young girls and empowering them to be, you know, leaders. So once again, I just want them to know, if they want to reach out to you, what's your email address and what's your website again?
Email address is wowofnj@gmail.com. And our website is www.wowofnj.org. On our website, you click the pageant, follow the links, you will see pageant guidelines. Everything about the pageant is there.
Is there.
From prizes to the breakdown of the scoring to what
So
we,
it's very
what
transparent.
We are, yes, what we are looking for, how the judges are going to be scoring you, whether it's they're looking at your eye contact, they're
Yeah.
looking at your interacting.
That's all about that public speaking.
Yes, yes,
Interviewing
absolutely.
skills. Yeah, absolutely.
How long it's going to be.
And so the
with your
actual pageant,
presentation.
it's 10 weeks of them preparing
Yes.
for the actual pageant, which again, the kickoff is what date?
February 1st.
February 1st. At what
Yes.
time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, February 1st. And when is the actual
Come
pageant?
hungry, we will have food.
And we're going to be empowered and
Yes.
encouraged.
Yes.
Come
Yeah.
with your questions. Again, you do not have to live in New Jersey. If you feel as though science is for you and you have a project, sign up, and that's okay. You don't have to attend every single Saturday. But as we get closer to put the show
It'll be more
together,
important.
then yes, you will. We
But the
just
more
want to-
attendance, obviously, you have, the more chances you're being able to build up your skills
Exactly.
for the pageant. So
Exactly.
it's every Saturday for how many weeks?
10,
So it's for
starting
10
February
weeks.
1st.
Okay, so 10 weeks. And so the pageant will be on what day?
April the 4th.
April 4th.
Which is a
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yes. Now, one more thing that I wanted to mention is that even if for parents who are saying, oh, you know, I'm looking for someplace to or something for my daughter to join, bring her, let her see. Again, even though it's
It
with
might
STEM, we're
spark.
doing with fun, innovation, and also, if you feel as though I'm not sure if she can do it, that's what we're here for. That's
It's to
our
encourage.
job.
Right.
That's what we're here for. And you don't have to come every Saturday because sometimes it may be a burden. Last
Right.
year we had someone come from Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but she still
Someone
wanted to
also come
participate.
from New York as well.
Yes, they participated. What was I going to say? She participated, but we're here to give that support
So it's
so
more
all girls can compete on the same level.
So here's what I'm hearing. This can also be, she may not have an idea, but this could be also for a young girl who's struggling with her self-esteem.
Yes.
Struggling with her sense of self-worth. Where does she belong in this world? Which a
Yes.
lot of girls in those teenage years, that is a very real feeling that a lot of them have for various different reasons. So even if we have a young girl like that, it's like, I don't even know if I want to be in science or, you know, technology or anything, but still, but she's struggling maybe with making friends or self-esteem and self-worth issues, this is a great place to possibly, you know, have your daughter participate. Am I hearing that correctly?
Yes.
Because that's what, I mean,
Yes.
I think this would be a great
Absolutely,
opportunity.
it's for all.
Actually, we have a mom who her daughter participated with us, and the mom said, "I don't know what you guys have done to my daughter,
But you sparked a fire in her."
The teachers are saying, "Oh, she's just
Wow.
before she was so quiet. Now
Quiet.
she's talking. She's raising her hand. She's being."
So it made her feel. You know what I hear? It allowed her to find her voice.
Yes.
Yes.
She found her voice through the program,
Yes.
and that's huge.
We also had another girl whose father said, okay, I'm going to put her in it. She says she wants to do it. Just get her to talk. And he was amazed.
Yes.
At pageant day,
Yes.
he said, I have never seen my daughter like this.
Yes.
You know, it's true because actually my daughter.
And she had fun.
Right. My daughter, we actually, I've never, and I don't want to offend anyone because everyone has a different path that they take and they go into beauty pageants with their children. That wasn't my path for my daughter either. So I put her in what was called a life skills pageant. It was National Miss pageant, and it was more about life skills. You know, she had to participate in an interview. She participated in public speaking. You know, and this really helped my daughter. You know, this really helped my daughter be able to, stand in front of an audience. She had to find sponsors. And so I didn't do it for her. She came with me to my different networking events, and she had her little 5 minutes to speak. But it gave her that confidence to be able to speak in front of people that she didn't know, and to be able to find her voice to say what it was that she was hoping that they would support,
Yes.
which was her future, what she wanted to do. And now my daughter is in, the field of, writing, screenwriting, and producing.
Wow.
But this started from when she was, I think, about 8 or 9 years old. So I understand totally what you guys are doing, and that's why I support, Women of Wellness of New Jersey, because I do think that, but even sitting here, I'm learning so much more
Yes.
about the program. So I think it's just a great opportunity for parents, for young girls to be able to, take advantage of this event coming up. So it's only going to be the second year, but this is the only pageant like it.
Yes. And if you guys want to get a glimpse of what we did last year, it's on YouTube. You can just put in Miss Glitz Glamour and Brains STEM Pageant. The city of Newark, they actually play it as well.
Wow.
Yes.
This is great.
Our little miss, she's actually going
Yeah,
for
I met her.
for her
I met
pilot
Little Miss,
license.
and she's a little firecracker. So
Yes, she's going to pursue her pilot license.
wow. So this is great. So this inspires them to really go after their goals and to challenge themselves, and
Yes.
to see how far they can take their brain.
And prizes as well. Miss gets $1,000. Little Miss gets $750, and Princess gets $500.
So if I change my birth certificate, can I participate?
Yes, it's from ages 8 through 18.
So 8 through 18. Okay.
But you have to be in high school.
Okay. So you have to be in high
yes.
school at 18.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing the great work your organization is doing to empower the young girls. As we mentioned, you gave them your website and the contact information for them to get a hold of you,
And
to hear
also,
more.
the address is 400 Hawthorne Avenue, Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
February 1st,
So
Saturday,
that's where it's gonna
11
be.
o'clock.
Okay.
400 Hawthorne Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. We would like for you to RSVP so we can have an accurate head count.
Okay.
We will have food there. Come hungry.
So February 1st, 11 o'clock, 400 Hawthorne
Avenue,
in
Newark,
Newark,
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey. So there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for another great episode of Conversations with Asiya. If you know of a powerful young lady or woman in your community that is also doing positive work like Dr. Khadijah and Khalilah, let us know. Come and talk to me, and so that way we can have them featured on the show. And you can contact me at jessica@jessicacares.org, and let's talk. So stay tuned for next month's show, where we are going to bring a topic that is affecting all of our young girls around the world, so you do not want to miss that one. Again, I am your host, Asiya Nasir, and to find out more information or to check our previous shows, follow the information below. Thanks for watching.